Imagine losing $6 billion in one day. Poof, gone.
6 billion? That's an unbelievable amount of money. How can someone even recover from that?
Well, someone did. But now, that same person faces an even bigger challenge, stopping a possible $8 billion collapse that could shake up the entire crypto world.
Wow, that sounds intense. We definitely need to hear more about this.
And that was just the beginning of the story. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Daily News English Podcast. I'm Anna.
And I'm Peter. We're so glad you're here with us today to learn some English and understand the world a little better.
That's right, Peter. Today we're diving into a really interesting and, frankly, a bit dramatic story from the world of digital money.
We'll be talking about a man known as the Bitcoin King, and the headline we've chosen for this story is Crypto Crash Warning, Saylor Fights 8 Billion Bitcoin Bet.
That's the story we just teased in our cold open. It's all about Michael Saylor, a very important person in the world of Bitcoin.
So, Anna, Michael Saylor is a billionaire, meaning he has $1 billion or more. He's super rich. He runs a company called Strategy.
And Strategy is special because it owns a huge amount of Bitcoin, more than 3% of all the Bitcoin in the world. That's a lot, right?
It's an incredible amount. Saylor is famous for always buying more Bitcoin. He truly believes it's the future of money.
But recently, his company's share price has dropped a lot. The share price is the cost of one tiny piece of his company. When you buy a share, you own a small part of that company.
Exactly. And this drop in price is a big problem. The company is facing what we call twin headwinds.
Headwinds? That sounds like bad weather.
It does. Think of it like trying to walk forward when a strong wind is blowing against you. It makes things very difficult. So, headwinds are problems that make it hard for a company to succeed.
So, what are these two big problems for Strategy and Michael Saylor?
Well, first, the whole crypto market, meaning other digital money, isn't doing so well. Prices are generally falling.
And the second headwind?
That's a new rule change. A big financial group is proposing to remove companies like Strategy from important lists that investors use.
Oh, so if a company is removed from these lists, what happens?
It could cause a mass sell-off. A mass sell-off is when lots and lots of people all sell their shares in Strategy at the same time. It would make the price go down even more.
That sounds really bad. How much money are we talking about here?
Some experts say this mass sell-off could be worth over $8 billion. That's the huge number we mentioned earlier. It could really hurt the company.
Wow, $8 billion. And critics are saying Strategy's business model is risky. What does that mean?
A business model is simply how a company plans to make money. Saylor's company sells its own company shares to get money, and then it uses that money to buy Bitcoin.
So, they're selling parts of their company just to buy more Bitcoin.
Exactly. And some people say this isn't a good long-term plan. They even call it a Ponzi scheme, which is a type of dishonest investment plan that usually collapses.
But Saylor has faced tough times before, right? You mentioned he lost $6 billion in one day many years ago.
He did. He's known for riding out storms. But this time, many people are watching because he is such a big evangelist for Bitcoin.
An evangelist for Bitcoin? What does that mean, Peter?
It means he's a very strong supporter and promoter of Bitcoin. He wants everyone to believe in it as much as he does.
I see. So if his company has problems, it might make other people worry about Bitcoin too.
Yes, that's the fear. If Strategy has to sell some of its Bitcoin, it could cause a domino effect where other companies also start selling.
A domino effect is like when you knock over one domino, and then it knocks over the next, and they all fall down.
Precisely. It could cause prices to drop for everyone, creating a real crisis of confidence in digital money.
So, to try and help, Strategy recently put aside a lot of money into a reserve fund.
Yes, a reserve fund is like a savings account that a company keeps for future payments or bad times. They put in $1.2 billion, hoping to show they are stable.
And Saylor himself has a unique way of responding to bad news, doesn't he?
He does. Instead of quiet statements, he posts funny pictures online called memes, showing himself as a superhero, promoting Bitcoin.
Memes are those funny images or videos that spread quickly online, right?
That's right. But one meme recently showed him on a life preserver while a burning ship sank behind him.
Oh no, what did people think about that?
Many thought it looked like he was saving himself and abandoning his company, which wasn't his intention, but it caused a lot of talk.
It sounds like a really complicated situation with a lot of big words.
It is, Anna, but understanding these stories helps us understand the financial landscape and improve our English at the same time.
Exactly. Now is a great time to pause and check out the vocabulary for this story.
Welcome back to our vocabulary corner. We used quite a few interesting words today, Anna.
We sure did. Let's start with Ponzi scheme. What exactly is that?
A Ponzi scheme is a dishonest investment plan. It tricks new investors into paying old investors, making everyone think they're making money, but it always fails in the end. It's illegal.
Ah, so it's not a real business. And how about evangelist? We said Michael Saylor is a Bitcoin evangelist.
An evangelist is someone who is a very strong supporter or promoter of something. They believe in it deeply and want everyone else to believe in it too, like a superfan.
Got it. And you use the phrase domino effect. Can you remind us what that means?
The domino effect happens when one event causes a chain of similar events to happen. Like, if one company sells Bitcoin, it causes other companies to sell, and then more.
That's a very clear image. Next, we talked about companies being removed from an index. What is an index in this context?
An index is like a special list or group of companies that big investors follow. If a company is removed from an index, many investors might be forced to sell its shares.
That makes sense why it's a big problem. And Saylor posts a lot of memes.
Yes, memes are funny images, videos, or pieces of text that are copied and shared quickly by internet users, often with slight variations. They're a big part of online culture.
Right. And to protect the company, they set up a reserve fund.
A reserve fund is a special account where a company keeps money saved up. It's used for future payments, unexpected costs, or to show that the company is financially strong.
We also talked about Saylor encouraging people to hodl. What does that mean?
Hold'll is a funny, intentionally misspelled word for hold. In crypto, it means to buy and then keep your digital currency instead of selling it, especially during price drops. It's about having strong faith in it for the long term.
That's a great one. And some people see Saylor as a visionary.
A visionary is someone with original and creative ideas about the future. They can see what might be possible and try to make it happen, even if others don't agree.
On the other hand, some critics call his company a house of cards.
A house of cards is something that is poorly planned or built and will likely fall apart easily. It's unstable, like a structure made of playing cards.
And finally, we mentioned the financial landscape.
The financial landscape refers to the overall environment or situation in the world of money, banking, and investments. It's like the big picture of how money works.
Okay, listeners, now it's your turn. Michael Saylor is a big supporter of Bitcoin.
If you could invest in anything, like a new idea or a type of money, what would it be and why?
Think about it and share your answer in your mind, or even write it down.
So, to quickly summarize, Michael Saylor's company, Strategy, holds a huge amount of Bitcoin, but its share price is falling.
It's facing big problems, from a difficult crypto market and a new rule that could force a mass sell-off of its shares.
Saylor has used a reserve fund and even memes to reassure people. But critics worry about his business model and call it a house of cards.
Whether he's a visionary or his luck will run out, his decisions will impact the entire financial landscape of digital money.
We hope this story helped you learn some new English words and understand an important financial topic.
Thank you so much for joining us on the Daily News English podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please like it, subscribe to our channel for more, and leave a comment below with your thoughts on Michael Saylor's Bitcoin bet. We love hearing from you.
See you next time.
Bye, everyone.